Welcome to another edition of the McAllen Update. I'm Roxanne Lerma.
And I'm Roy Canthu. We begin today with a big donation to the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley.
The McAllen City Commission recently approved a donation from the McAllen Development Corporation for $1 million to the UT-RGV Medical School. The funds will be used for cancer research, specifically to study how cervical cancer affects Hispanic women. It has been a banner year for birders at Quinta Mazatlan. Roy Canthu has all the details.
It's been a big year for birders from across the country who are flocking to Quinta Mazatlan, McAllen's World Birding Center, in hopes of seeing a rare hummingbird, the green-breasted mango. Evie Morel, a retiree from Naples, Florida, is having a banner year too.
A big year is kind of an informal competition amongst birders to see how many species of birds you can see in the American Birding Association region, which includes the United States and Canada.
The Big Year, a movie based on birding, sends birders across the country scoping out as many species as possible. As soon as Morel found out about the rare hummingbird at Quinta Mazatlan, she jumped on a plane and flew over.
I came here today straight from Sitka, Alaska, where I got my 807th bird yesterday, and got here this morning and was lucky to see this beautiful hummingbird, tropical green-breasted mango. Showed up a little while ago for about 30 seconds, and see how happy all these birders were to get it.
Evie says she had no choice but to trek to McAllen to catch her 808th bird in her big year.
808, which is a new record for the American Birding Association. Because this year Hawaii is included for the very first time. So right now there's not another bird in the United States that I can go look at.
A call went out to birders by the American Birding Association to alert them of the rare find in McAllen.
Any bird that crosses the U.S. border from Mexico or comes over from Siberia or Europe, it's a big deal. When a bird like that, I think it really captures the human imagination, because those long-distance travelers, it seems almost inconceivable that something as small as most of these birds that end up coming from other continents to North America can even do something like that, but particularly when it's something as small as a hummingbird.
Williamson is passionate about the little creatures. She has even written a book called A Field Guide to Hummingbirds of North America. Williamson says the mango shouldn't even be spotted in the United States.
It is a big deal for birders. There's only been about 20 records of this species in the United States. And we don't even understand exactly why they're coming up here. But most of those have been in Texas, and most of those have been here in the valley.
Sherry hopes more people appreciate these little creatures in their backyard. All it takes is native shrubs, flowers, berry-bearing bushes, and trees to provide cover and food.
And hummingbirds in particular are among the easiest of our wildlife to make a home for. The vast majority of rare hummingbirds that have been seen in the United States haven't been seen in a public location like Quinta Mazatlan. They have been seen in people's backyards.
For birders like Jeannie Sells from Billings, Montana, this is a big event in a big year.
Came to McAllen to be closer to the birding areas over here.
Jeannie credits her husband, who was out butterfly watching at Quinta Mazatlan, for the birding bug.
My husband is a huge birder, and so I've gotten involved because it's a good thing to do together. We can hike, we can bird, we can just be great people.
Sells admits they migrated south to McAllen's sunny tropical weather to leave the cold, snowy conditions in Montana behind. Jeannie says since they've been in South Texas, she's captured a wide array of rare birds and butterflies to add to her life list.
We've seen 49 new species of birds just in the time we've been here since November 1st, just in that time. So that's exciting for us.
Evie hopes this little creature sparks the interest of more than just the American Birding Association.
Part of getting out there with my big year is to inspire people that maybe don't get out into nature, especially young kids. That's kind of one of my goals, to inspire young women in particular to think that it's cool to go out in nature and have a pair of binoculars and see the world through a different light.
An unusual find in this tropical oasis, Quinta Mazatlan is adding to quite a few bucket lists. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Cantu.
In other news, McAllen Mayor Jim Darling is picking up national headlines, and it's easy to see why. Mayor Darling once again made a daredevil entrance into his annual State of the City address. He actually rappelled into the venue. In the Austin American-Statesman, Mayor Darling's grand entrance was compared to Lady Gaga's arrival at her Super Bowl halftime show. In the Dallas-Fort Worth area, CBS DFW even aired the mayor rappelling in their news segments.
Several online websites shared the mayor's entrance, saying if there was a contest for a State of the City addresses, McAllen's mayor would win. Mayor Darling's theme this year, McAllen is safe and sound. It's not a slogan, it's the truth. Not only are we safe and sound, but McAllen is the overall safest city in Texas and one of the safest in the U.S. The International Museum of Art and Science is a game changer in South Texas. It's also a life changer for one woman. Roxanne Lerma has the story.
It's 50,000 square feet of art and science, all under one roof. For 50 years, the International Museum of Art and Science in McAllen has been the premier museum of South Texas, hosting a number of revolving exhibits each year. But for Nelly Morales, this place is like a second home.
When I started coming to IMAS, I was still using a cane because I started in a wheelchair from different accidents that did happen to me.
After 8 years in a wheelchair after a series of car wrecks and relearning how to walk, Morales used IMAS as her own physical therapy center. She brought her grandson for a visit one day that turned into a daily outing.
And what I got from the museum was doing, like I mentioned before, my physical therapy, range of motions, my movement of my legs. I strengthened my legs. While my grandson was learning, I was doing so well here.
Morales began with baby steps, slowly cruising down the hallways, soaking in the art and science displays. After several months, those walks turned into hands-on therapy with her grandson.
I got a lot of it from here. I was teaching him about the arts, the activities they have here, all the activities they had here. It was opening my mind at the same time that his.
Whether it was climbing in the jungle gym or learning about osmosis with an interactive water exhibit, Morales embraced every opportunity to strengthen her body and her mind.
It is a very exciting place. Brings the kids. I brought not just my grandson to learn, but I really and truly got a lot out of it. All the activities that they have here started bringing me back out of my shell.
An incredible milestone at an incredible place for the community. IMAS paved the road to recovery, one small step at a time. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roxanne Lerma.
Speaking of IMAS, they're celebrating 50 years in McAllen. The creation of the museum, originally named the McAllen International Museum, was a community effort led by the Junior Service League of McAllen. The land where IMAS currently sits at Nolana and Bicentennial was donated by longtime McAllen resident Ira Wright to the City of McAllen, solely for establishing the museum. IMAS sees 70,000 visitors each year, 30,000 of whom are children visiting with their families or with school tours.
If you'd like more information on the City of McAllen, join our social media family. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram, like us on Facebook, connect with us on Snapchat, and subscribe to our City of McAllen YouTube channel. We provide daily updates of events and issues important to our community. We invite you to share your thoughts with us on social media.
That wraps up another edition of McAllen Update. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Cantu.
And I'm Roxanne Lerma. We leave you now with a look back at the McAllen Marathon 5K and 10K. Thank you so much for joining us.
Awesome, let's go.
1, 2.
Some go that way, 5K go that way. So you ladies ready?
7.
Woo!
Not really, maybe 5 minutes in and then I'll walk. Just kidding. Running the 10K.
Ready for it?
I'm absolutely ready for it. Excited. Great course. Daughter and mother running together.
On behalf of the Crane family, thank you for your support of this event, and I thank the city also for continuing to support this phenomenal event. Good luck, runners. Have a great run. 2, 1.